Congratulations on True Things, Harry. I've got to say, I did see your previous film as well, which of course was Only You. They're both about love, but I wouldn't really call True Things especially romantic. I mean, how would you describe it?
Unromantic. No, before we made the film, and people used to ask me, I used to say, it's about, you know, those relationships you look back on and you think, why did I ever go there? It's one of those. And that's always got quite a lot of nodding and recognition. So I think it's that.
Do you think the two films then have some things in common as well?
I think they're both, they seem to be both very female. And I don't entirely know what I mean by that, but just when I've talked to women who say, for instance, in Only You, that they really related and connected to the film. And then I'd ask them kind of more, well, have you experienced this or that? And they say, no, but I just really knew how she felt. That I think there's something, I don't know, I feel like it's nice because I feel like I'm expressing something about how I relate to the world and how it makes me feel. And other people are going, yeah, I feel like that too. And it's not specifically about the occurrences in the narrative, but it's a kind of more of a feeling. So something very female, something about, I guess I'm not about turning cliches on their heads, not taking a conventional path, being a bit of an outsider, yeah, and dealing with life when it doesn't deliver what you want it to deliver, it doesn't play out in the way you expect it to play out, and how do you deal with that badly?
I also noticed that both films actually started with chance meetings. Again, they're very, very different meetings, but they were completely by chance. And I wondered whether that sort of opening appealed to you, because it opens up all sorts of dramatic possibilities.
I think there's something amazing that when you meet someone that you're going to have a romantic relationship with, heterosexual, non-heterosexual, a man or a woman, that there's that you kind of dive into somebody's life in a really accelerated fashion, that suddenly sort of in Only You know, he's in her apartment. How else are you ever in someone else's apartment within, you know, half an hour of meeting them? And unless there's something going on. So and I guess it's the way, it's an adventure. You know, it's an adventure meeting a new person, and where does that take you? And I guess I find that really, really, really sort of fun to reminisce upon and think about.
Yeah, it's a real leap into the unknown. You wrote the script as well as directing the film, but this time you've adapted it from a novel. I'm assuming that was the first time you've adapted rather than originated it. So what were the challenges that you faced, and is it something that you do again, or do you prefer actually doing something from scratch?
I think I couldn't adapt a book that I didn't sort of connect with on a really personal level. And I think for me, it's about reading the book and discarding things that you some things you have to discard to make it a novel work as a film, and some things you're discarding because you connect with them less. But there's got to be something which you love in there. And what I loved in there was this feeling of infatuation, this feeling of being right inside this woman's head, a sort of sense of how of a kind of addiction to a situation or someone, and how your mind is constantly defaulting to them, how you're kind of like floating around, not really thinking about real life, just constantly thinking about this situation. I really connected with that, and I felt like I haven't seen something which depicts the situation as I feel it or as I've seen it. And I wanted to tell the story with, you know, with no judgment and no judgment, I guess.
And you've got two wonderful actors in the lead roles. You've got Ruth Wilson and also Tom Burke. And Tom's character, Blonde, there's an awful lot that we don't know about him, because he doesn't tell us, or indeed he doesn't tell Ruth Wilson's character, much about himself. So we kind of have to fill in the gaps, really. And in that way, I guess we're slightly in Ruth Wilson's character's shoes. Did you actually intend for the audience to participate as actively in the story as that?
Yeah. Definitely, I wanted the audience to participate as actively as I could make them, to be as much in her subjectivity as they could be. I felt like, in a way, only it's probably around the middle that we start to slightly get ahead of Ruth or Kate and think, you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be here. Otherwise, we may get little glimmers of like, oh my God, what are you doing? But we're her. We understand why she keeps going back. Yeah, I kind of felt like the film lives or dies by us being with Kate, and being, even if we don't think she's doing the right thing, we can understand why she's doing the wrong thing. Yeah.
You certainly get that sense of involvement. Thanks so much for your time. It's been great to talk.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I really did enjoy the film.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so pleased.